So when you buy a cheap Chinese go-kart and the previous owner never put oil in it and the engine only lasts 2 days, what do? Do you put a new engine in it? Not if you're a car guy, because bigger is always better. So we went for more horsepower. And then we went down the rabbit hole of now nothing fits. And now everything has to be changed. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I mean, of course it's going to be great. You can't put the same motor in that came out of it that failed you. You gotta go bigger. 'Cause bigger is always better. Come on. Every man knows bigger is always better. Right? Yeah. And if you don't, then you're lying to yourself. But that's okay. We forgive you. We understand. We all have a friend that's still lying to themselves. Bigger is better. Even if it was never meant to be put in that car, go-kart, truck, whatever you're working on. If it's bigger, put it in anyways. Who cares how hard it is, right? Worry about that later. All right, just really quick, simple, bring you up to speed on what we've got and what we're doing with the go-kart. This beauty right here, which, if you look, already has the flopped over on its side, bent, no longer straight from any angle roll cage, because that's how they're supposed to be, apparently. We've got the double wishbone, but almost no shock travel before the A-arm that probably should be mounted out here smacks the underside of the skid plate. But hey, whatever. It actually has a steering rack, which was kind of nice. I mean, by the time you get the seats in there, there's not enough room for, well, okay, I'm 6'3" and 240 pounds. It was obviously not meant for me to fit, but whatever. I'm gonna complain about it anyways. You know, we got the roof skid with the rear view mirror that you'll never use. And the utility basket, yeah. And then here we've got the replacement engine. I heard that Harbor Freight had come out with a new max performance engine. And so as soon as one of the local stores got one, I went and bought the very first one that they were actually supposed to put on display. I just went in and told them I wanted it, and ended up leaving the store with it. No idea if these engines are even any good. They've been out for a really long time now, so I'm sure a cursory search on YouTube would probably give me all the ins and outs on these things and whether they're any good. But let's face it, it came with a 150cc Chinese scooter engine. So anything is gonna be better than that, right? I mean, instead, we now went with the biggest one they made, well, at the time when I bought it. So we went from 150 cc's to 459 cc's of now max performance, not just regular performance, so you know it's better. with all the welding and everything, the cage, the kind of figured this go-kart's gonna be way heavier than anything I had as a kid growing up. So, you know, why not find a forward reverse box that can handle the supposed somewhere between 15 and 16 horsepower is what they're saying these things put out. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it said on the box. This was the biggest forward reverse box I could find. I'm not kidding when I say it cost just as much as the engine did. Yeah, and the fact that we're going to be abusing it and it has a cast aluminum case is really not inspiring a lot of confidence for longevity. We're not worried about that yet at all. We'll worry about that when it runs. So then the next thing was how to get the power to it. Ended up going with this 44 series CVT, which the belt that they give you is not small enough. And here's the solenoid for the starter. I had to remove it to I even get these things this close. I'm not sure how else I don't know if you're supposed to mount this like on the engine or I don't know, but that just wasn't an option, so we didn't go that route. Now the other problem that we were having is that if you look at the swing arms, the original engine actually bolted to the swing arms and moved up and down as the suspension traveled. So the distance between your drive gear, which ours is up here now, never changed to there. Not that, obviously, there's no way to make a straight shot from there to there without hitting stuff anyways. But as the swing arms went up and down, the distance between those 2 points was going to get bigger and smaller. So I needed the swing arms and this point, our drive chain sprocket, to be in the same place geometry wise, so that the distance on the drive chain would never change in length no matter how much the suspension compressed or decompressed. So came up with the idea of running it from our forward reverse box down to this jack shaft mounted on bearings that I extended out. I'm gonna box these in, don't worry, that's not done yet. Extended out the swing arm positioning so that the swing arms and the jack shaft all rotate at exactly the same spot. I guess my high school geometry teacher was right. I was actually going to use some of what they were teaching later in life. Oh yeah, I also cut the rear swing arms and made them about 10.5 inches longer and extended the mounts here. So the kart's gonna be hopefully more stable and more fun. Right now we're just waiting on a belt, because the belt that these kits come with is, yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Then I decided, maybe we'll try some sort of a cantilever setup, just because we're building everything new anyways, why not? That could be fun. right? Let's make this project even more complicated so it'll take even more time. Yeah. But that's basically where we're at right now. The airbox fits. The factory gas tank, where is that? Oh, okay, it's right here if I can even pick it up. Yeah, that is not, yeah, that's not going in there anywhere. It could ride up there. There is this old thing, the old factory tank, actually sat kind of nicely in here, but we'll have to see. It looks like it needs a new cap at the very least, but yeah, I mean, it's supposed to mount, I believe, where's the, mounts are up here. And I believe they're supposed to mount, yeah, down here. And that might actually clear everything. So, yeah. We might use this old tank as long as it isn't, well, I don't know. Maybe we're not using this old tank. So, you even see, ooh, we got old gas in there. I don't have a flashlight on me, do I? Oh, I do. Let's see what we got in there. Oh, it's actually not rusty in there. There's a little bit of sediment. We can clean that up. Actually, yeah. We'll find a new cap. Hopefully. We'll see. Might be hard to find that, but then again, it's probably just a copy of a cap off of something else that's already made. But that's about it. That's where we're at right now. There was something else we got to figure out. Oh yeah, had I realized what I was doing when I decided, hey, longer's better, let's make it longer. Yeah, I didn't check to see how much slack. I knew I had slack, but I didn't know how much slack I had in the disc brake. And now it's about 4 inches short on the hydraulic brake cable. So we're gonna have to get a new one of those because I'm not re-shortening it. And but yeah, you know, big power, hopefully. With my luck, turn this thing on and get it running and we'll instantly blow something up or break a chain or break the CVT or probably the aluminum forward reverse box. Who knows? We'll find out when we get there. We'll keep you updated. Never here fails. Soon. There's always something else. As soon as I finished recording that last video, I was like, man, what is that smell? It smells like horrible old gas. This guy, as you can tell, is all wet now that I set up there, was apparently this petcock needs to be replaced or something because it was leaking old, nasty, expired fuel all over everything. So now I got more cleaning to do. What's new? But on to the project, and hopefully when I'm welding later, the old gas on the floor doesn't light on fire. Hey, be more entertaining for you guys if it does. So I go to get started. Literally the first thing I do, I go to grab a box off of my welding cart over there, and I knock down another box that is full of nuts and bolts that of course I had put in there so that we wouldn't lose them. You know, typical. Off to a great start. So, you know, I got pick everything up that I fucked up on. What's new? Got under here spiders. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The hammer I couldn't find yesterday got kicked underneath one of the toolboxes somehow. And I need this little guy right here. And this little guy right here. It's probably a bag of nuts and bolts I needed at one point, but too far back to get. No idea what that is. Okay, we're good. All right. Back to, now I forgot what I was doing. Okay, well, we'll get some coffee and figure it out.